See the larger picture of how this crisis developed in response to needs of the past.
Yes.
And prepare our sons to participate more effectively in a considerably different future.
Mm-hmm.
It must be bold enough to reinvent boyhood, just as we have to reinvent girlhood.
Now to a point, I have an issue, and I did some research on this. We don't have to reinvent girlhood. And you know why I say that? Is because they are already trained from a very young age how to be a girl, how to be a woman from day one. Boys, we change up on a boy at age 5, 6, or 7, about 7 years old.
Stop crying.
Stop crying.
Suck it up.
That's right. Be a man. All right. So yes, we have to reinvent manhood because boys are not really trained how to be men. They're not. What we've been talking about all along. We've been talking about the psychological journey from boyhood to manhood. It's all psychological. So if he is not giving the things that he needs so he can think and ponder on the things what it is to be a man, then he will never know. You cannot learn by seeing something. Yes, you can see visual things if you see certain things, but somebody that sit down and teach you certain things and it gets a part of you, that's when your life changes. That's when it changes. And until that point, it's not going to happen. All right? So we need to reinvent manhood. How is that? We have to sit down with them, teach responsibility, teach not to be passive, lead courageously, and accept God's greater reward. Those are 4 things that we have to teach. And that's all spiritual. That's all inward. Until that point, we're going to have a struggle. All right, brother.
Prior to the women's movement,
what did we talk about last week? But we're going to teach them all soon. We're going to be dealing with this soon, shortly.
Girls learn how to row the family boat only from the right side. You raise boys from the left and raise money.
Yeah,
The women's movement helped girls become women who can row from both sides.
Yes.
But without a parallel force for boys.
Yes.
Boys became men who still had learned only to row from the left.
That's right. That's right.
To only raise money, the problem, if our daughters try to exercise a newfound ability to row from the left, and our sons also row only from the left, the boat goes in circles.
All right. So that means we have to learn how to work together. And that's where our society has been destroyed because, quote unquote, I'm not talking down to the women, but you have taken control and the man has taken back seat. So now, yes, it's going to go to circles. The man don't want to give no commitment. He's not going to be responsible no more because you don't value the man no more. That's why you rarely see. When I was growing up in the 60s and 70s, you really there was men out there you really respect. If you see the man walking down the street, you go across the street and give him that respect. Not no more. Men are not respected anymore. But we respect women now, don't we? Why is that? Ain't supposed to be like that. See, that's no good. That's no good. We're living in a what type of society? A feminized society. That's right.
A family boat that only goes in circles is more likely to be sunk.
That's right. Absolutely.
By the rocks of recession.
That's right. That's right.
In the past, a man was a family's breadwinner.
There it is.
And he might be with one company for life.
That's right. That's true.
In the future, advanced technologies make economic change the only constant, increasing the need for a family boat with flexibility.
Mm-hmm. Flexibility.
With our sons eventually able to raise children as comfortably as our daughters now raise money.
You see, and that's the problem. Society is changing. It all started with in 1800. We're going to deal with this about industrialization. That's where it all started. And that was the downfall of mankind. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. You know, we made more money, but look what happened to the family. It destroyed because it said the man was a breadwinner and he was in the league. He stayed with a company. He was there to do for his family, but it started to deteriorate after the war because women started doing the job. They wanted more equal rights. Now they said, well, I'm just an equal man. I'm just as good as a man. No, you're not. You're not created like that. That's not your job. But that's why the society is where it is, and that's why we have less and less men in our society nowadays. They are now called feminized men. And that's what they are. Praise be to God. Let's do 2, 3 more. We're done. We're done, Brother Josh. We can finish it out when we finish.
A White House Council on Boys and Men can provide leadership to help our sons adapt to the next generation's needs.
Yes.
For more flexible family participation and more flexible work participation. to introduce both our sons and daughters to the trades of both. A traditional partnership.
Okay.
Each sex specializing in rowing one side of the boat.
Okay.
And the trade-offs of relationship in both sexes feel comfortable rowing on either side of the boat.
Okay, so it's a joint venture. Until we as men understand who we are, then we can't lead a family. The women's going to take over, and they're going to do what they want to do. I don't need no man for nothing.
Women going to do what women want to do anyway.
You see? Yeah, but we have allowed them to do what they do. See, if we would have kept things, well, society has done that, and the enemy has done that, really. The enemy has changed that, and we're suffering for it. All right.
Fortunately, just as socializing our daughters with the ability to raise money does not prevent them from raising children in full time,
Mm-hmm.
so socializing our sons with the ability to raise children does not prevent them from raising money full time.
Yes.
And just as society benefits from many full-time mothers,
Yes.
so it will also benefit from men who are full-time firefighters, lumberjacks, and soldiers.
Okay. All right.
When we open options for our daughters to raise money,
all right.
the Human Resource Division's educated men and often women to not just force women into becoming imitation men,
Yes.
but to value women's unique contributions to work.
See what I'm saying? See, so now the value of the woman has risen and the value of the men has decreased. You see what I'm saying?
As we open options for our sons to raise children,
Mm-hmm.
we need to work with both our sons and daughters to not just turn our sons into imitation mothers,
Yes.
but to value our sons' unique contributions to parenting.
Yes.
Since human resource divisions cannot be in every home, only the education system can communicate these understandings.
All right. Now right there, brother. Go over and we're gonna close this out. We're gonna close it out here on leadership. See right there?
Yeah, I got it.
Wait a minute, hold on for 1 second, brother Josh. Okay, start at the bottom right here. We taught our sons and then ended out in leadership. And we're done. See what it says? We taught.
We taught our sons the way we were taught, to consider themselves real men.
Okay, see, so there is the image again, Josh. The image. Manhood is an image. You taught your sons, quote unquote, to be men, but did you really understand what it was to be a man? And you know, the reason why I say that, Brother Josh, I look back on my life. I didn't have a father in my life, but all that I know by watching TV and being in the community which I grew up in, back home, all these young boys seeing their father do was go to work and pay bills. But was that a real man? That's just part. That's just a small part of what it is to be a man. You see what I'm saying?
A man that don't work don't eat.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, that's true. So all he's doing, he's not really showing them how to be a man because man is not physical. He's spirit. All right. I just have to say that because it bothers me now that I understand this concept a little bit more now.
If they did what was healthy for the survival of society, excuse me, whether to defend the country in war or risk death building a railroad. Fortunately, what our sons learned to do to become a man was often healthy with the society. Unfortunately, it was often unhealthy.
That's right. For
our .23 son, whether at war or in coal mines, death was not that healthy for our sons.
That's right.
In the future, the council leadership to sustain the respect for firefighters and soldiers that allow us to recruit protectors from our homes and our country, even as we also make alternative paths to becoming a valued man just as respectable.
All right. Stop there before you end it out. I look at this every day, but I know you hear about it. We give honor to the people that serve our country. I was in the military, so I understand that. But the point of it is, you give them honor, but are they real men in spirit? That's my question. Okay, you fight to go to fight this country war, which is a corrupt country. The United States is corrupt. It's always been that way. To fight these wars, try to keep the homeland free, and you honor them when they come home, but you really don't take care of them because majority of them end up in New York, especially in New York, got vets sleeping on the street. Man, why is that a country so rich? Why do they go off to war and you can't even take care of them? But in literally, yeah, they sacrifice their life, but in essence, are they true men in spirit? That's my question. I'm gonna leave that out there, and I'm not downgrading that. But yeah, we do all these things in the body, but does it please God? Because that's not God's battle. Right or wrong. That's battles that we created, not God. All right, then. I'm going to leave that on the table. I ain't going to say no more. Go down to leadership, brother.
Leadership for the future must both question and honor traditional masculinity.
That's right.
Most of what traditional masculinity teaches a boy to do is a virtue, which, when taken to its extreme, becomes a vice.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It is a virtue to compartmentalize emotions.
You remember when I talk about the key, locking each little door?
During a moment of crisis, and a virtue to express them when the crisis is over.
Yes.
It is a virtue to take risks.
Yes.
But when a boy learns that risk taking makes him a man.
Okay.
He becomes a man who drag races, boxes, or pursues football, or extreme sports until death does he part.
So what that means is we prove our masculinity by the things that we do. It's not about what you do. That's right. That's right. It's not what you do in the physical body. Football, going into the military, taking risks. That's the saying your physical strength. Yeah, but how about your spirit, man? We're talking about a psychological path because that's where it begins at. Wow.
Our job is to equate neither traditional nor non-traditional masculine with male identity.
Yes.
But to help every boy understand the full breadth of human activity is his for hard work.
That's right.
A mentorship must help a boy know he can ultimately define and redefine himself.
Yes, that's correct.
But before he does, maturity is to comprehend the trade-offs of each decision.
That's right. We're talking about the consequence, didn't we?
Masculinity of the future is not conforming to a stereotype.
That's right.
Or imitating a role model.
Yes.
It is using the guidance of parents,
yes,
role models, and mentors to discover himself and create a better and better version of everything he discovers.
Praise be to God. So that on that end point, Brother Josh, about discovery, life is a journey.
It is.
Boyhood is a journey to manhood. And as we go along the journey, we've been taught and trained properly, we will learn a lot of things on that journey. And we'll discover a lot of things. And I always say to you, Brother Josh, and other people, it's not about the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but it's the things that you learn trying to get there. Those things are more valuable than the money, because if you're alive and God grants you health and strength, you can get more money. But those experiences, you can't get those all the time. Those are once in a lifetime. And once you learn them, that should make you a better, first, spiritual person. That way you can become a better physical man. There it is. Man, this was an awesome, awesome lesson. I got a lot out of this today. I really did. It started off hot and it ended hot. Praise be to God. Next week, we're going to start on the journey to manhood. It starts with letting go. You got to let go of some things to gain some things. And a lot of things that we got to let go is in the physical realm. Let go of all the things that you see, the clothes, the sneakers, the music, all that other stuff don't mean anything until you get in contact with this. Then you'll be able to move forward and learn more about what your journey and how you can, be a better man on how God created you to be. So praise be to God. Brother Josh, you got any final words for us? All right, this was a powerful lesson. We thank God for you joining us today. We look forward to seeing you next week here on the Trauma Network for Men. We ask you to continue to pray for us as we pray for you. And we just look forward. We want you to have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. And we'll look forward to talking to you next time here on the Trauma Network for Men. Brother Josh, take us on out.
It's not what happens to you, it's how you handle that really matters.
Finally, the secret is out.
Even straw men struggle.
Praise be to God. We love you. We look forward to seeing you next time here on the Trauma Network for Men. God bless. Talk to you real soon.